It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Welcome to More Sunshine, Please. It's the Tuesday evening live stream. How are you? I'm Jim. This is my channel and my Tuesday evening live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. Welcome in. Coming up on the show, we've got something to snack on. We're going to play our game. I've got a top 15 list about Christmas songs. But before we do any of that, I would like to take this time to celebrate the first 3 people that made their way and stayed in the chat here. Because sometimes they're the first ones and then something happens. So let's see who's up there right now, if I may. Okay, 6:48 a.m. Our gold medalist, Paul Eichenlau, who is not here. Our silver medal goes to Rob Fuzz. And the bronze, 8:24 a.m. The fine people at It's Joey's World. Congratulations. And a very close 4th place to Mr. Fulton Mraz. So you some new Christmas snacks. Thank you. I will keep an eye out for those snacks. You shouldn't have, but thank you. Who else is here or was here this morning? Let's see. What again? 6:48 a.m. Apparently there was a jump. Rob welcomed the jump. And then, yep, a little jump at 8:24. Well, it must have been before that because you got the bronze. Oh, well, who knows? Jamie was here at 9:16. I appreciate that. This is fun. Francisco, 10:51. Then people laid off for a while. Lisa was back at 5:36 p.m. and hit the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Francisco's back. Tennessee Bear at 5:48. Yeah, still early. Anthony Simone, closer to showtime at 6:48. I think we've got everybody now. So Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Mr. Fulton Mraz is back. T-Town Mary Ellen with her own wonderful, I almost said podcast, live stream at, maybe she has a podcast. I'm not sure. She should. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's such a fun show with games and trivia and I think more games. Anyway, it's great. I try to be there every week. I'll explain why I might not be there tomorrow, and I might cut this show short, but hopefully not. I think I'll be all right, but I'll explain in a second. Anyway, thanks for being here, Mary Ellen. There's Sherry. Welcome in, Sherry. Hello to you. Hope you're well. Debbie Thunert, 7:01. I guess we don't need the timestamps anymore. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Michelle the Quilter, hello to you and your family. Jason Thibodeau, hello to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I think maybe I'm caught up now. Okay. Let's do that. All right, what was I saying? Oh, the reason I might cut this show short is because I've just got some things to do around here. The past couple of days, our dishwasher will not drain, and I bailed out the water from the bottom 3 different times, cleaned the filter, did find some debris that could have caused a clog. That debris specifically was the tines of a plastic fork, which we normally don't put plastic forks in the dishwasher. And I don't know why we did this time. Other than we used a plastic fork because we ran out of clean forks on Thanksgiving. And I don't remember unloading a plastic fork without all of its tines. Anyway, that's... who knows? But so I removed that debris, ran another cycle, didn't solve the problem. So I'm thinking, well, maybe some more fork shrapnel is stuck in a tube or something, because it wasn't in the trap that I could easily access. So when I got home from work today, I looked further. I took the shop vac and stuck that in there. So with the suction, and then I put the hose on the outlet, so it was also blowing. So if there was something in the tubing, hopefully I was trying to... Anyway, long story short, it's still clogged. Anyway, but this is kind of my respite from all of that. Also, I got a warning light in our car that said brake fluid was low. So I have that. That shouldn't take long, but that's something else I got to do after the live stream. Oh, Sherry's comment is still there. And there's Debbie's. And if you're just joining us, welcome in. Oh, okay. What now? All right. So that busy here. I'm a teacher. For those of you that watch my show on a regular basis, I've mentioned I'm a teacher, and we are now down to 7 more days with students before the winter break. I couldn't be more excited. This is sort of a dead week, as they call it, because we're not teaching new material. We are prepping for semester exams. So that goes by quick. That's a quick class. A lot of students just hanging out, which is all right. But I've been giving them, small quizzes every. They're called quiz. They're just assignments, but in Canvas, our online thing for schoolwork, Canvas calls them everything quizzes. That makes them sound a little more important than they are. They're just like multiple choice questionnaires. Anyway, so my students do a little bit of that, and as soon as they're done with that, they're just hanging out. Surf Bun, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Anyway, 7 more days with students, then winter break, and that's awesome. What I want to do right now is show you my classroom. Last year, I think I did this last year, where I showed you I had purchased with some class funds some. I've decorated my rooms with movie posters. And I am now, and I like to change them for the holidays. For Halloween, I had a bunch of Halloween movie posters in my room. I don't remember if I showed you guys that or not. Now, of course, I've got Christmas posters. And last year I had 5 or 6, and now I have many more than that. So I've got my classroom area, and then I also have the computer lab that's adjacent to my room, and it's all part of my classroom, though they're 2 different rooms. Anyway, I want to show you the ones, I guess I'll show you the ones I had last year, but also the new ones. So I'll start with this one. See the one back there? I also have that one hanging in my classroom. Is it ready? There we go. There it is. Christmas Vacation. That's a great, colorful poster. Now, I did purchase most of these posters, if not all of them, through Amazon. We're able to purchase some school things on Amazon, and my movie posters were approved. Consequently, whoever the vendor is selling these things through Amazon, a lot of these are not very good prints. That one's not bad. It's some are just not very vibrant, and I'll show you that in a second. But that one's not bad, and it's actually fabric. That is not paper. It's some sort of not canvas. It's cheaper than that, but that's what it's printed on. So it doesn't crease easily, which I kind of like. I don't mind that. All right, let's move on. So there's that one. That's in the classroom, but in the computer room, I've got this one. I think maybe I had this last year. The poster for A Christmas Story. This one is smaller than the Christmas Vacation one. This is 24 by 36. And the Christmas Vacation one was a standard movie poster, 27 by 40. Anyway, so you'll see a little bit of both there. Staying in the computer room, we've got these 2. Home Alone, which I had last year, and a new one. It's a Wonderful Life. I'm not the biggest Home Alone fan. It's fine. Some people, it's their favorite Christmas movie. That's not my favorite Christmas movie. I believe It's a Wonderful Life is up there. But neither one of these posters is terribly Christmassy. But, of course, they're Christmas movies, and they'll do. I've got one that's my least favorite. I'll show you that in a second. Moving on. So now I'll show you the door joining the 2 rooms, the classroom and the computer room. And I've got Elf, which I think I had last year. And Love Actually, which is a new one purchased. And I like the fact that there is a Christmas elf on the Elf poster and that there is a big Christmas ribbon on the Love Actually poster. So it's very Christmassy. I like that. Not like It's a Wonderful Life. I know maybe when it came out, it wasn't billed as a Christmas movie, but it is the Christmas movie, isn't it? Rob Fuzz, welcome back. Hello to you. Moving on. Where am I? Okay, back into the classroom. The Polar Express. This is a new poster in my classroom. Not red or green, but it's got the Christmas train of Christmas trains on the poster and snowfall, and I guess that'll do. I did put this in a position where I can't easily see it from my my desk. So when I'm sitting at my desk, I can't see that. I have positioned the posters that are more red and green so that I can see them. That's just how selfish I am. Fred Claus. This is an underrated Christmas movie. I think Vince Vaughn's very funny. If you like Vince Vaughn's energy, you will like Fred Claus. This is one of the posters that is desaturated. It is a cheap print, a copy of a copy, it looks like, but the colors are not very vibrant. And if I were spending my own money on these posters, I'd be upset, but I'm all right with it. So, but man, it's got the red of Paul Giamatti's Santa Claus there, and then the elves in the background with the everybody's wearing green. It's a very Christmassy poster, and I like it. I wish it were more vibrant. Speaking of not very vibrant, this is maybe my least favorite poster that I have. The Santa Claus, Tim Allen, of course. The print is better than that of Fred Claus. However, it's just not very Christmassy. I know there's a snow globe there, but it's just two giant faces here. The movie's called The Santa Claus. Tim Allen plays Santa Claus, but we don't see any of the outfit. You know what I mean? So this poster isn't as Christmassy as I would like. Now, this movie was out when I was an usher at a movie theater, so I have seen this movie a dozen times, and I don't mind it. I kind of like it. I like the colors in the movie. They didn't make their way onto the poster. Anyway, moving on. We still got a lot more. Okay. These are two new posters. The newer Miracle on 34th Street. And I wanted some diversity in my Christmas posters. And I realized that of all the Christmas posters I had, there wasn't any really real representation for my African American students. So I wanted a Christmas poster of a movie with a predominantly black cast. And I came across this one, which is super Christmassy. It looks like a Christmas package that's being ripped open. So it's very red with a green bow. I like that very much. Now, have I ever heard of this movie? I have not. But I like the poster. It's a cheap print, so it's not as vibrant as it should be. Now, the cast of this movie is called This Christmas, and Delroy Lindo is in this. Idris Elba is in this. Regina King, Chris Brown, and I don't know who else. But seems like a pretty good cast. I have never even heard of this movie, but I have the poster now in my room. Back to some posters I had last year. White Christmas, very Christmassy. Maybe the most Christmassy poster I have in my room. You can't go wrong there. Now, I've only ever seen that movie one time. It was just a couple of years ago, and it was okay. I didn't grow up watching it, so it doesn't hold a special place in my heart like it does for some people, but I do love the poster. This was one I believe I showed you last year. By the way, I have giant, like 6-inch snowflakes hanging from my drop ceiling in my classroom. So that's what you see there, hanging by fish line on either side of this poster. This is Muppet Christmas Carol, and I ordered the English language version. I didn't even know there was a Spanish language version. I was sent the Spanish language poster, and I love it because I've got a lot of students of Hispanic heritage, and some of them don't speak much English. Most do. But this was a happy accident, and I'm very happy with that. I do love that poster. And my final two posters, both newer ones. Nightmare Before Christmas, which is, frankly, it's a Halloween movie in my book. I know Christmas is right in the title. And I didn't have another poster. So that one stayed up from October. I just kept it up there. It works. And then The Grinch. This is the animated one. I believe Benedict Cumberbatch provides the voice of the Grinch. Never seen it. And frankly, The Grinch, the story isn't my favorite. like when the song comes on the Christmas radio station, I usually turn it because it's not very Christmas. It's just somebody ragging on this character that doesn't like Christmas, and we don't like the Grinch. Like, there's nothing joyful about the song. And I know it's classic, and it's Thurl Ravenscroft's voice, which is really cool. But I can't argue that this poster is awesome. Very Christmassy, very red, very green. It is as vibrant as I wanted all of the posters. This may be a genuine poster, two-sided poster. Rob, I have. Let me think about this for a second. I'll show you my whole room as I'm thinking. This is a wide shot from behind my desk. I've got a very narrow classroom, and this makes it look even narrower than it really is. It doesn't look this claustrophobic, but you could see the posters and my snowflakes hanging there. So in my classroom, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 poster frames for posters. And in the computer room, I believe I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 more. And I do not keep these up all year. I have purchased posters for Halloween. I have purchased posters for Hispanic Heritage Month. I have purchased posters for Black History Month. And I have posters for movies that I show either in totality or just parts of it in class. So I have about 75 different posters now, which seems like a lot, and it is, but I do rotate them. So when we get back from winter break, I'll leave these up for a little bit longer, but then I'm making the switch maybe halfway through January for the Black History Month posters. And I've got some cool ones and some cool new ones I'm looking forward to hanging for the first time. Which I'm very excited about, including a movie I've only seen once in college. I didn't know it existed, but it's a movie called Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings, and it's a baseball movie, and it was produced by Barry Gordy of Motown Records, and it stars Billy D. Williams, Richard Pryor, and James Earl Jones, among others. In what I believe is his first baseball movie. Before Field of Dreams, James Earl Jones was in this movie. So I've got that poster for Black History Month. So I was super happy to find it. And it was, can't wait to hang it for February. All right. Let's do this. Let's talk about the Lions really quick because they played last Thursday and they hosted the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a must-win game for both teams, really, because the loser has a very difficult path to the playoffs. The Lions, it was close until the fourth quarter, and the Lions pulled away. They ended up winning 44-30. Jahmyr Gibbs had 3 touchdowns. Lions had, I think, 3 takeaways. This picture you're looking at was initially, I'm going to stop the music here. It was initially ruled a safety where we tackled, like I play for the Lions, where Jack Campbell, linebacker for the Lions, tackled Dak Prescott, the Cowboys quarterback. We thought in the end zone, but they looked at it and they said, nope, the ball wasn't in the end zone. It wasn't a safety, but the ball was super close. Anyway, they had to punt, and the Lions scored soon after. But I didn't have much hope for this game for the Lions. They're like last year, they are super injured, and even if they make the playoffs, I really don't think they're going to go far. Just their Pro Bowl safeties are injured. Their Pro Bowl tight end out for the year, among others. Anyway, it's still fun to watch them and root for them, and it's going to be a tough one Sunday, where they go to Los Angeles to play one of the best teams in the NFC, the LA Rams. So we'll see how that goes. Let me see here. Let me just put that up there. I am not a fun teacher, the fun teacher, if I do say so myself. Pretty great. My favorite subject, too. You know what? They didn't have television production when I was in high school. I don't know if they had it at your high school, Rob. We're the same age. But they didn't have it. They didn't have it for me. But I'm happy. I've been teaching it for 22, 23 years now. How about that? That's crazy. All right, where am I now? Let's move on. Oh, something to eat. All right, where am I? I got something in the mail. I want to thank the good people at It's Joey's World for sending a box full of goodies. They sent something for Annabelle and a bunch of snacks. And I want to try one right now. This is one I have not cracked open yet. Some of the other ones I did. But I didn't. I was looking forward to this. This one intrigues me the most. This is peanut butter and jelly waffle cones from a brand called Just the Fun Part. Are they talking about just the fun part of an ice cream cone? Because I'll be honest, the whole thing's pretty fun. Thank you. It's Joey's World. So Rob did not have it in high school either. Yeah. Had to wait till college. And that's where I saw Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings. I took a film class. I took more than one film class. That one was a baseball film class. Maybe the coolest class I ever took. Anyway, here we go. Just the fun part. You know what? I don't have coffee tonight, and it seems like these would be perfect for that. Here it is. It's larger than I thought. I thought it would be like bugle sized, but this is bigger. You can see the peanut butter in there. Delicious. I mean, it's peanut butter and jelly waffle cone. I don't know how you can go wrong with that. It's very good. The jelly, it's not like jelly in a jelly donut. It's a little more viscous, a little more solid, but and I can feel it stuck in my teeth, but tastes like jelly. Taste the peanut butter. If you ever have these, put the whole thing in your mouth so you get the whole thing. I think the first bite I took was just peanut butter. And if I'm looking at the back, you can see that, yeah, the top up here, just the peanut butter, and the bottom is the jelly. So I want to get all of that. Pop the whole thing in your mouth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will be saving these for when I do have coffee, though. I don't have coffee. I do have a coffee mug, and it is the Orlando guy mug. Oh, I thought I'd grab the Christmas one next week. I have a Christmas Orlando guy mug. You know what? We have so many, because our dishwasher doesn't work, we have so many dishes and coffee mugs on our counter right now. We will be washing them by hand. But we just haven't done it yet. We were hoping to get the dishwasher working. Anyway, this is water. That was gross. I'm so sorry. All right. Let's take our first intermission. Where is it? Oh, here we go. And when we come back, let's play Chrono Photo. And fun fact here, and you'll see it in just 30 seconds. Chrono Photo, when I called it up on the screen, it was a Christmas picture. So we'll start with a Christmas picture in just a moment. Enjoy your intermission. I just realized what was I doing during the intermission? I could have gotten Chrono Photo ready. Well, I'll do it now during the intro. All right, Chrono Photo coming right up. There it is. Do you see the Christmas picture? All right, newcomers, if you are new to the show, and I don't know that any of you are, but if you are, and you're not familiar with Chrono Photo, this is a game where we are shown pictures, and we have to guess in which year each picture was taken. And if I go right below the picture here, you can see this sliders where we put in our guess. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to the year 2024. So we'll just put that right in the middle there. I will also make it a little bit bigger. Hang on. Let me do that. And I will zoom in so you can see the picture better. Anyway, if we get the answer correct, if we guess the year, we get 1,000 points. So because we're being shown 5 pictures, a perfect game is 5,000, where we earn 5,000 points. We've done it before a couple of times. We're looking to do it again. If you want to use Google and cheat, that is on you. Good luck, everybody. Do your best. It's not cheating. You can use it if you want. Okay, it is cheating a little bit. Some of you believe that it is cheating, and some of you believe that it is fair game. I don't care either way. All right, here we go. Chrono Photo picture number 1. It is a black and white picture of Santa Claus surrounded by a couple of older guys and then lots of children. It's black and white. The tree has, well, that looks like tinsel. Okay, I don't recognize. I thought at first that maybe that was Hubert Humphrey next to Santa Claus. I don't believe that it is. I don't believe Hubert Humphrey had a birthmark on his 5 head. Maybe he did. I don't think so. I don't recognize the 2 adults next to Santa Claus. I doubt I'm going to recognize any of the children. Initially, oh wait, there's another adult back there. Now look at how she's dressed. Now, I was thinking this picture was from the 40s or 50s, but her hair and what she's wearing makes me think this is much later than that. I look at the tree and I'm thinking, oh, this reminds me of the intermission video we just saw, like that time period, which I believe was late 40s. But and also, if I can point out the mix of black and white children, I don't know if we'd see this from the 1940s, frankly, the 1950s. So I'm thinking this is later. Maybe the 60s or 70s even, because they were still allowing tinsel through the 80s, were they not? It would be cool if they were wearing hats that said Happy New Year 1993 or whatever. I don't believe this is 1993. Let's see. What else am I noticing? Also, a couple of footballs as Christmas gifts. And how come both kids holding a football look... Are they trying to look tough? Maybe they're trying to look tough. This is not their best picture, is what I'm saying. But it's better than alfalfa down here. But I've taken a million pictures where my eyes are blinking, especially with a flash. My eyes are sensitive. I can't handle a flash. Anyway, maybe late 60s, though it looks much earlier. I'll say 1968 is what I'm guessing. Now I turn to the chat. Let me, I'll keep the picture there and quickly go to the chat. Let's see. I think our first guess is 1957. We have a 55, a 53, a 65. Nick in Virginia, that's what I guess. Welcome in, by the way. 1968 is what I said, too. Sherry says 64, so that's the right answer. PTV, welcome in, Arnie and Doug. We have tinsel icicles like that on our shiny, bright tree this year. I missed that. I'll have to watch more Life with Ben tours of the forest. I must have missed that one. Are these old tinsel icicles that you have found on eBay, or are these new? Is it a new item that is maybe manufactured differently? I have lots of questions now. John says 59. A lot of guesses in the 50s. Let's see. 64. 1970. Connie Rathbun, welcome in. Poor Michelle was exposed to lead all along. Weren't we all? Let's see. A lot of guesses in the 50s. John said 1959. I'll do that because I think it might be 60s, but that's sort of in the middle there. Survey says, ooh, it was from the 40s. Holy cow, where was this? With the black and the white children all together? That's beautiful. I didn't know that was even allowed in 1948. Oh, well. We have 290 points. Let's move on. Next picture. And these are the same kids all grown up. No, this looks earlier. Look at the swimsuits. Huh. All right. Not a single flattering swimsuit anywhere within 80 years of this picture. Well, it's hilly wherever they are. Now, what's interesting is this gentleman with the Oliver Hardy mustache, and I'll just say that as the mustache. Shirtless, but the gentleman back there dressed like a turn-of-the-century strongman from a circus. You know what I'm talking about. Nice hat. Okay. I assume that's a swim cap, but the white hat on the lady in the background there, I don't know. Are those changing rooms back there? How about that? Before my time, so I'm going to have to use my knowledge of scenes from movies. Although I don't recall seeing a movie where people were dressed up in bathing attire like this. It's got to be early 20th century. I mean, it has to be. It can't be earlier than that. 1900 again is the earliest year we can guess. I'll say 1920. It seems like it's a picture from 1920 to me. But let me just go back here one more time. It's very like it doesn't look very sunny out, and I know these people are on vacation. And they want it to be sunny out. They don't really want to get wet because it's too cold to get wet, so they're just waiting. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway, there we go. I'll keep it there. I turn to the chat. Oh, you can still buy the tinsel, and they got theirs. PTV got theirs at the dollar store. How about that? I didn't know. I thought. I haven't seen it in a while. But that's cool, you got it. I think our first guess is 1928. We have a 45. 1920, 27, 36. Debbie, that's what I guessed, isn't it? I said 1920. All right. Tim, 36, 28. Oh, hi, Ben. Ben's been listening. All right. So far, we have guesses ranging from 1920 to 1945. There's a 1930. So my guess, and Debbie's guess, is the earliest of the guesses. So perhaps we do meet in the middle again. I'll say, I like Michelle's guess, 1930. I'm going to do that. Here we go. Survey says. Well, we did a little bit better. 1923 was the correct answer. Nobody got it that I see. 1920 was pretty close. And that was actually the closest guess. All right, so I'm going to have to... Oh, then Sherry guesses 1923. I didn't see that till after. Anyway, or maybe she put it in after it was revealed. I don't know. Next picture. Another black and white picture. I want some more a more recent picture. That would be great. Okay. Let's zoom in. Well, a lot of baskets being carried around. This looks like it might be Mexico. Antiquo Valiente. Oh, that's as far right as I can go. All right. Well, those signs on the buildings are the most interesting thing. There's a million people here, but they're also small. It's such a wide shot that detail is difficult. It looks like perhaps a street market. vendors with their pottery for sale, and their whatever that is. And that, well, I mean, this, it looks like it could be a behind the scenes photograph of Three Amigos. Perhaps not. Well, good luck, everybody. Wait a minute. What's that? Oh, I thought for a second that square with the white dashes on it. From a distance, I thought that was like an old slate or clapboard they use for movies, and I thought, well, maybe this is a movie set, but that was not what that was. So, all right, good luck, everybody. I think our first guess is from Ben, who says 1919. That's as good a guess as any. 1905, 25. 1914. 1917. Another 1905. I mean, I'm good with 1905. Let's just do that. This one's difficult. I will be very impressed if anybody got this correct. I didn't even put in a guess. I guess my guess is 1905 now. Survey says. Hey, 1901. Wow. One of our... Can't get much more early than this on this game. 1905 was our closest guess. Well done. How about that? All right, moving on. Picture 4. Hey, color. A STEM class. They're building something. All right, gang. Do you recognize anybody? Is that a motor? Is this a pump? It's a jetpack. Let's look just quickly at the board. Bypass valve, a regulator. Some other valve. What other words can I make out? Bag, some sort of bag. 2 bags. Does anybody recognize what they're building? Not that it matters. Let's look at the people and what they're wearing and the way their hair is. And perhaps we'll get an idea. Where are they? Some sort of camp? Are those palm trees back there? Is this a water pump? I don't know. All right, just zooming in to the people. All right. Now this looks like the 60s to me, perhaps. The clothes, that jacket, maybe. Or perhaps it's the 70s? Early to mid 70s? Or later? I don't know anymore. I never knew. How about the pattern on her shirt? Like, when was that available? The guy with thick glasses, sideburns, sort of. His watch has a plastic or rubber-ish watch band. 70s. 80s? Maybe it's the 80s? Early 80s? Now, this lady in the middle here in the orange or reddish orange. I mean, she's dressed a little bit like Carol Brady, a little bit. I think maybe it's later. Uh, 1980. That's my guess. I don't know. All right. Turn into the chat. Let me zoom out. There. And 1970, says Sherry. 79. Hello, R. Crowded Epcot. That tracks. Michelle says 74. We have a 75. 73. 76. 74. 83. 98. 82. Wow. How about there are a couple of 74s in there. Let's go 74, 1974. We'll put the thing there and hit submit. And 70, 1970. Let me guess who got that right. Sherry guessed 1970. How about that? Well done, Sherry. Let's move to our final picture. Okay. Well, we got one color photograph today. Here we go. A shark, and by all accounts, a real shark. All right, this lady and her hair might be our best clue. But these sharks were really popular in it looks like this lady's dress is made of rubber. Well, that was my first impression. Maybe not. Or maybe she's wearing an apron of some sort. Maybe not. Maybe. Or I'm just seeing things. Shoes? That tells me nothing. Well, nothing on the crates. Anything on the edge of the picture where they forgot to blur where somebody wrote the date? No, don't see that. Well, I mean, her hair looks sort of Great Gatsby-ish. I don't know. I haven't played very well today. It's let's say it's I'm going to say it's before World War II. And was this a notable shark capture? Like I'm thinking of the story that took place in New Jersey that inspired the novel Jaws. And I can't remember when that took place. But might this have something to do with that? Probably not. I'll say 1930. Don't know. That's my guess. Are the nerd herders here? Welcome in. Hey, guys. Let's see. All right. 28. You think that's Amelia Earhart? Before she was a pilot, she was a fishing boat captain? Maybe. 19, let's see. 28, 29, 26, 45, 27. We're thinking the 20s, are we? 45, 38. Sherry remembers this picture. She says 1928. 800-pound shark, largest shark to the date of this picture. 1940. Oh, it was 1916. That sounds familiar. The Jersey shark attacks by the bull shark. You know what I'm talking about. I'm so happy. You knew that. Yeah, 1916 sounds like that's right. All right, what did Sherry say 1928? Let's get one correct answer today. And survey says, hey, what do you know? We ended up with 3,200 and change. That was a challenge this week. Those were difficult pictures, but I always have fun playing. I don't care how hard it is. More color in these photographs would be nice. Anyway, let's take another intermission, a coming attraction, if you will. When we come back, I'm going to give you the top 15 facts about popular Christmas songs. Maybe these are facts you weren't familiar with. Oh, this movie features one of those songs. Here's a coming attraction. Actually, it came and went, didn't it? No, this movie just played at the Tampa Theater recently. The guy I work with went to see it. And they put the words on the screen so you could sing along. Anyway, I'll be back in about a minute with our top 15 list.
I never saw the sunshine so bright, never saw things going so right.
Lord help the mister who comes between me and my sister.
The two greatest figures in show business, Bing and Danny, as two ex-GIs who form the perfect partnership. Rosemary and Vera Ellen as the sisters who have them in a spin. With Dean Jagger as the unemployed general they take under their wing. A wonderful story that will warm your hearts, just as the breathtaking scope of a new screen wonder will widen your eyes. White Christmas in VistaVision.
And may all your Christmases be white.
Rachel Fithian, welcome in. There's a tremendous chance that I'm going to get a copyright notice from playing that. I tried to cut out a lot of the music in that. That was like a 3-minute trailer I cut down to 1:05. Anyway, last year, I believe I had a top 15 list, and it was all about facts of the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I loved it. I liked learning about it and telling you all about it. And I wanted to do something similar. So instead of just focusing on one song, we're going to focus on 15 songs. And these are facts that perhaps you don't necessarily know about these popular Christmas songs. These aren't Christmas carols. These are songs. These are popular songs. I think they're all from the 20th century. So I have a list here. And some are quick little facts that I did not know. I didn't know any of these things before I made this list. Some of them might be embarrassing that I didn't know about them. Let's get going. All right. My pictures ready? They are. All right. Let's... I'll keep the number back there. Number 15. The song is Baby, It's Cold Outside. Here's what I did not know about this song. The song won the 1950 Oscar for Best Original Song. It was in the 1949 romantic comedy Neptune's Daughter. Here it is. Starring Esther Williams, Red Skelton, Ricardo Montalban, Betty Garrett, not sure who she is, Keenan Wynn, among others. And here's what I learned about this over the last couple of days. First of all, I didn't know that this song was from a movie, and maybe many of you did know this. I've never seen that movie. Frankly, I don't know if I've ever heard of this movie. But let me show you a couple of screen captures from the song in the movie. And here is, I believe that's Esther Williams and Ricardo Montalban, and they are singing this song. And here you can see the subtitles of the part that they're singing right now. So this couple is singing this song, but another couple is also singing the song. If you haven't seen this movie, and I have not, so they're singing this song together as a duet. And he's being creepy to her, as you know the song. But the other couple features Red Skelton and Betty Garrett. Was that her name? Anyway, so this is the comic relief where the roles are reversed. So when they're singing the song, she's the one trying to urge him to stay. So, and there's... Red Skelton mugging for the camera, and so Ricardo Montalban, he is trying to urge her to stay, and in this part, she is trying to urge him to stay. They're singing the same song, same lines, I believe. So I did not know that about "Baby, It's Cold Outside." And frankly, it's not a Christmas song. I don't think they mention Christmas at all. But a number of these songs are like that. Number 14, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Not my favorite song, but it's got an interesting history to it. The original recording by Jimmy Boyd. He was 13 years old when he sang it. It reached number 1 on the Billboard Pop Singles chart in December of 1952. That's not really the interesting part of that. The interesting part is that song, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, was commissioned by Saks Fifth Avenue to promote that store's Christmas card for the year, which featured an original sketch by artist Perry Barlow, who is an artist that drew for The New Yorker for many decades. So let me show you this. On the left is the original New Yorker cover from 1939, actually. And that was sketched out by the artist Perry Barlow. And when the song was commissioned by Saks Fifth Avenue, they had a Christmas card from that same artist. And I think Saks Fifth Avenue, they were fans of that New Yorker cover that he created. So, and I forget who wrote the song. It wasn't Jimmy Boyd. He was the kid that sang it. But the song was commissioned for a specific purpose, to sell the Saks Fifth Avenue Christmas card for the year. I did not know that. Number 13, The Christmas Song, one of the all-time classics, written by Mel Torme and Robert Wells. It was written in 1945. The most famous rendition is performed by Nat King Cole, the classic, the ultimate version of this, the best version, by the Nat King Cole Trio. What I didn't know is that the Nat King Cole Trio recorded this song 4 different times. First, they recorded it in June of 1946. They made a second recording that same year in August, and they added a string section. And that version became a massive hit. They again recorded the song in 1953, this time with a full orchestra conducted by Nelson Riddle. And the final time they recorded the song was in 1961. Oh yeah, I have a picture. And that's the Nat King Cole Trio with Mel Torme at the piano. They recorded it a final time in 1961 with another full orchestra. This 1961 version is generally regarded as definitive, while the original 1946 recording was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1974. In 2022, the 1961 Nat King Cole recording was selected by the Library of Congress for preservation in the United States National Recording Registry as being, quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant, unquote. I didn't know any of that. All right, number 12, the song White Christmas. I just showed you the movie trailer for it. Am I still live streaming, or did YouTube pull me because of copyright? I hope they didn't. Anyway, White Christmas was written by Irving Berlin. I think we all know that. But not for the film White Christmas. I thought, and I'm a dummy. I thought the song was written for the film. It was not. The song was written well before the film. The song White Christmas, I have more to show you. The song White Christmas is in the movie Holiday Inn from 1942. Irving Berlin suggested a movie based on that song in 1948, and the film was released in 1954. White Christmas is from 1954. White Christmas was huge during the war. Bing Crosby would, on his USO tours, would sing it for troops, and they'd cry, and it was huge, and it's the best-selling song of all time. And Irving Berlin suggested a movie, and yeah, they made it. It took a few years, but they did. So I thought White Christmas, the song, was for the movie, and I've never seen Holiday Inn, so I didn't know any of that. But perhaps you guys did. Maybe that was more interesting to me. Number 11, Carol of the Bells. I'll just go through this real quick. What I didn't know, it's based on a Ukrainian New Year's song called, why did I do this to myself? Shedrik. The music for the carol comes from the song written by the Ukrainian composer, some Ukrainian name, around 1916. Hey, of the shark attack year. The English language lyrics were written in 1936 by American composer of Ukrainian origin, Peter Wilhowsky. He arranged the melody for the orchestra with new lyrics for the NBC Symphony Orchestra. NBC was solely a radio station at the time, and they had a symphony orchestra that they would play for their radio programs. So that's what it was written for. I didn't know that. So the original Ukrainian song was a New Year's song. It wasn't Christmas at all, but the lyrics, including the line, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. I don't know why people associate it with Christmas now. Anyway, that's it. That's why. Number 10. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I think there's a graphic for this as well. Here we go. written in 1943 and introduced by Judy Garland in the MGM musical Meet Me in St. Louis. The lyrics of the song have been changed multiple times to make it less depressing. When it was originally written before the movie, or it was for the movie, but it was changed for the movie. Like the song was written, but it was depressing. So Judy Garland said, "Can we make this less depressing?" So for the 1944 movie, the lines used to be, "It may be your last. Next year we may all be living in the past." That line became, "Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight." So that was one change to make it more positive. The second change came in 1957 when Frank Sinatra approached the writers of the song. He wanted to record it, but he asked them to revise the lyrics to promote a more uplifting theme. He particularly criticized the lyric, quote, "Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow," unquote. Commenting, "The name of my album is A Jolly Christmas. Do you think you could jolly that up for me?" The new revised lyric was, "Hang a shining star upon the highest bough." So through some suggestions, they were not opposed to changing the lyrics to their song. But if Hollywood wants to make a movie and include my song, I'll be okay with some lyric changes. And if Frank Sinatra wants to sing it, again, I'm on board. Whatever you want, Frank. Number 9, Winter Wonderland. Written in 1934 by Felix Bernard and lyricist Richard Bernhard Smith, its lyrics are about a couple's romance during winter. Here's what I did not know about the song. It was changed to make it more kid-friendly. A later version of Winter Wonderland, which was printed in 1947, included a new children's lyric that transformed it from a romantic winter interlude to a seasonal song about playing in the snow. The snowman mentioned in the song's bridge was changed from Parson Brown to a circus clown, and the promises the couple made in the final verse were replaced with lyrics about frolicking. I know all of those lyrics. Why do I know all of those lyrics? Because singers like Johnny Mathis connected both versions, adding a verse and a chorus, and I think that's what we all know. That's what I'm most familiar with anyway. So originally it was a romantic song, and then it became a more kid-friendly song, and then people combined the two. And that's, like, I love the Johnny Mathis version. And that's, there it is. All right, let me get the next picture ready. This is number 8, Silver Bells. This is quick. It debuted in the motion picture The Lemon Drop Kid from 1951, starring Bob Hope. I saw this. I grabbed this from Google, this image that you're seeing right now, and it looks very Christmassy. But The Lemon Drop Kid, I have no idea what it's about. I don't know if it's a Christmas movie. If it is, I've never heard of it. But the song Silver Bells is from this movie. I did not know that. Number 7, The Little Drummer Boy, but not just any version. It's the version with Bing Crosby and David Bowie. So it's really Peace on Earth / The Little Drummer Boy. I'll show you their picture while I read about it. David Bowie was set to make an appearance on Bing Crosby's television special, Merry Old Christmas. The special's musical supervisors originally intended the duo to record a straightforward rendition of the Little Drummer Boy. David Bowie felt The Little Drummer Boy wasn't a good showcase for his voice and wanted something else. The musical supervisors found a piano in the studio's basement and wrote the Peace on Earth part as a counterpoint to Little Drummer Boy in just over an hour. Crosby performed Little Drummer Boy while Bowie sang Peace on Earth, which they reportedly performed after less than an hour of rehearsal. So it was because David Bowie wasn't a fan of Little Drummer Boy. And frankly, I'm glad he suggested something else because that's that's kind of a cool version of that song. All right, moving on. Number 6. Do You Hear What I Hear? Simply, this is a quick one, written in October 1962 with lyrics by Noel Regney and music by Gloria Shane. The pair, married at the time, wrote it as a plea for peace during the Cuban Missile Crisis. I may have heard that before. I didn't remember it, but I may have heard that before. Do You Hear What I Hear from 1962. Number 5. Last Christmas from Wham. Here's what I did not know about this song. Is there a graphic? No. On behalf of the writers of the 1975 song Can't Smile Without You from Barry Manilow, I remember that song, the publishing company Dick James Music sued George Michael for plagiarism in the mid-1980s, claiming that Last Christmas had taken the melody from Can't Smile Without You. I didn't know that. The case was dismissed when a musicologist presented numerous songs from the past century that had a comparable chord sequence and melody. So nothing came of the lawsuit. And frankly, I've heard Last Christmas a million times in my life, and I heard Can't Smile Without You a bunch during the 70s, and I never put the two together. I didn't catch that, but I'm not a musician either, so I didn't make that connection, and neither did the judge. Whatever. All right. Number 4 on the list of songs, facts about Christmas songs you may not have known. Number 4, Here Comes Santa Claus. I don't have a graphic for this. Gene Autry got the idea for the song after riding his horse in the 1946 Santa Claus Lane Parade, now the Hollywood Christmas Parade in Los Angeles, during which crowds of spectators chanted, "Hey, here comes Santa Claus!" He got the idea for the song for that. I didn't know that. How about that? Number 3, the Paul McCartney song Wonderful Christmas Time. I do have a picture of Paul McCartney here. Paul McCartney wrote the song and recorded it entirely on his own, playing every instrument. Although members of his band Wings are not on the recording, they do appear in the promotional music video for it, of which you're seeing a still right now. Including royalties from cover versions, it was estimated in 2010 that Paul McCartney makes $400,000 a year from this song. Not bad. I never used to like that song. I love it now. I do. I like it a lot. It just took a lot of time. Wonderful Christmas Time. Number 2, We Need a Little Christmas. Many of you may know this fact. I did not. This song, We Need a Little Christmas, originates from the Broadway musical Mame and was first performed by Angela Lansbury. There she is. In that 1966 production. I knew she sang it, but I did not know it was from Mame, which I believe was later turned into a movie called Anti-Mame. Am I wrong about that? I might be. Don't quote me. Finally, number 1 song. Actually, it's not the number 1 song. The number 1 fact on this list is for the song Christmas, Baby Please Come Home, from Darlene Love. And what I did not know about this song is that Cher, you know Cher, she's a background vocalist on this 1963 recording. There you can see on the left, this might be a picture of Darlene Love with Cher in the recording studio recording that song. On the very left edge of that picture, you can see the sunglasses of Phil Spector. If you Google this picture and you see a wider version of it, you will see Phil Spector sitting there at the console. But I picked this picture because, well, I don't really want to show Phil Spector. Also, this one was in color, and every other picture or instance of this picture online I saw was in black and white. Anyway, so Cher is a background vocalist on Darlene Love's 1963 original recording. 60 years later, in 2023, Cher recorded a duet version with Darlene Love of that same song for her Christmas album. So that's amazing and very cool. And that's them on the right performing it last year or 2 years ago. Cher released a Christmas album, and that song was on there. But it's hard to beat the original 1963 version, as you know, or maybe not, maybe you don't know. David Letterman thought this was the greatest rock and roll Christmas song of all time, and he might be right about that. All right, everybody, that's it. That was the top 15 list. Where am I? There I am. Thank you so much for watching my show. I thought I might cut the show short. Instead, I went 20 minutes too long. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I will be back next week, and I will see you around YouTube. Perhaps I'll see you tomorrow on the D&G Explorers in the chat room for that, or Disney Nerd Herders, or T-Town Mary Ellen. These are all fabulous Wednesday live streams starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, sometimes before. Anyway, I'll be back with more Christmas goodness next week. Bye, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.